That was definitely one of my creepier intros, I will admit that. So fingers crossed that this white cream makeup actually works better than the crap I used in my previous videos, because good God, you know as well as I do that that stuff was rough. It was really hard to use. So I started out using the sponge that came in the kit to use for this, but it didn't work to begin with. So I nixed that, said, alright, I'm just going to use the brush, and found out really quick that the brush didn't really work all that well either. So it took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to actually figure out, hey, this isn't working. I need to try something else. I started getting pretty aggravated with it, to be really honest with you. I started getting really aggravated, really like, good God, why can't any of my videos just go smoothly? But half of this video, if I hadn't trimmed it, would have been me just putting the white down on my face. It was ridiculous. So I legit cut about 90% of it out, and you'll see here in a minute that I ended up just using my hands and saying screw it. Enter Shelby getting really irritated in 3, 2, 1. Yep. 3 years later, I finally figured out what I was doing and realized, you know what, this crap goes on so much better when I put it on with my hands. I finally just caved and said, you know what, we're just going to do it this way. And it actually ended up looking a lot better that way. Thank God, because I was getting really frustrated because I really wanted to do this look, and finally something actually went right. So I'm working really hard trying to keep this off my nails. But now what I'm doing is I'm taking some black cream makeup and just going over top of my eyebrows. So I didn't use a glue stick for this. I didn't glue my eyebrows down. My eyebrows are thinner as it is. I really didn't need a ton. So I just covered it up with the white face makeup and called it a day with this. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of creating the shape of the eyebrow and then filling it in with this cream black crayon that came in the kit just to make it a little bit thicker. I'm upturning the inner corners to give it a more like angry, mean look and making them really thick and really black and really intense. No joke, y'all, as soon as I got the face makeup on, like the white, this video took about 0.2 seconds to do. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking that same black cream makeup and I'm just drawing the little cracks around my face. The video that I was watching, she was in the beginning of this video, that picture, that was the video I was going off of, because I'd seen pictures, but I really needed more of an explanation. That's why I keep looking off screen. But she was making hers very like spidery, because in the movie, spoiler alert, if you didn't know already, she's kind of supposed to be like a spider. So now I didn't think this through while I was doing this. I thought about it as soon as I got done with doing the cracks on the face, but I probably could have left like the hollows of my cheek alone. I probably didn't need to actually put cracks and lines down that side, because I ended up covering it up with black eyeshadow to contour with anyway. Which, this paint is really cool because when I went to put the powder on top of it to contour with, to kind of give me some really sunken in cheeks, it actually didn't look weird. It actually looked the way it was supposed to look, because it dried down completely matte. I didn't have to powder it. It dried down on its own. I will say I did break out a little bit after I used this. I'm not going to lie to you. It did happen. So be very, very careful with your skin. Be very generous to your skin if you're going to do this. So of course I can't forget that little beauty mark that she has. I started out doing it with my little brush. Then I just went back over with the crayon just to make it really big and bold. Now I'm taking some black eyeshadow. You can use any black eyeshadow you want. The first one that popped out to me was my Morphe palette. So I'm just using that in the contours of my cheeks and pulling that down. Do you see what I mean? I probably didn't really need to put the cracks in that area because it gets covered up with black anyway. So what I'm doing here is just creating her face shape. Her face, when she reaches this stage in the movie, her face is very, very sunken in, very undead looking, very, you know, when you suck in your cheeks, yeah, to make your contour more sharp. That's kind of how hers are, but very creepy and very animated. So I filled in that area with all the black shadow just to create kind of like a really narrow neck, thin-faced look. So I started taking it down my neck. Now in the video that I was watching, she did her entire like neck, chest area. I really didn't want to do my whole chest. I'm going to be honest with you. Now if you're going out with this look, you totally could. I went like halfway down. I went about as far as my v-neck would allow because I really didn't want to get makeup on my shirt, but I ended up doing it anyway. So you can take it all the way down if you want, just extend what I did and take it down farther. I'm pulling my jawline down a little bit to make my face look a little bit thinner so it blends in with the black on my neck. So my neck kind of looks like it's being my head kind of looks like it's being supported by my really thin neck. So this is the weird part. I took a white crayon and I'm pulling down. I'm just following the natural lines of my neck and I'm just drawing my little rib cage, like my chest bone and my, if you want to go down, I said rib cage, I didn't mean rib cage. If you want, like I'm drawing in my like chest bone area and then just filling it in with some white cream makeup, the same stuff that I put on my face, and I'm doing that to make it look like my bones are like protruding from my skin, just to give it a more cohesive look. Don't think I'm crazy. There's a purpose behind this. Her nostrils are like really big and flared because she's a cartoon. She is animated, so I had to make my face also look equally as animated. So what I'm doing here is probably the most easy part of the whole video is just contouring my nose, putting some of that black shadow on the sides of my nose, same way you would with normal contouring. It kind of got out of hand just a little bit. There was a little bit too much black going on, but it's fine. So I just blended it out with a tiny brush. So what I'm going to do as soon as I get done with that is I'm just putting some black shadow all over my lids. I'm trying to keep it in the shape of a button because this is just going to disguise any of the flesh tones coming through the buttonholes. I don't think you could have seen it anyway, but this was just a precautionary thing. Now I'm just taking my liquid lipstick. It's the Kat Von D liquid lip in the shade Witches. And I'm overdrawing my lips more than I normally do just to make them big and bold and cartoony. And this is the part that I really think, besides the buttons, the part that really sealed the deal to make this look really creepy and really like bizarre was taking the corners of my mouth and drawing them up into jagged points. This really made the look creepy and really almost made me kind of freaked out looking at myself. That's why I kind of made that face. So I was like, yeah, I'm creepy. I am a freak. Alright, in retrospect, I probably should have just omitted this whole thing. But I'm drawing some like eye bags underneath my eyes because in the movie she kind of has like these sunken in like eye bag areas because she's creepy. I tried to put some of the black paint on my teeth, but it ended up coming off, so I just took that part out as well. Now, if you're gonna do that, I recommend like black teeth paint, which you can get at like most Halloween party stores, things like that. I tried to do it with black face makeup, and it just didn't work the way I wanted it to, which is fine. So what I'm doing with the buttons is I literally just took the back of the button, coated the entire thing on the back, like around the edge with lash glue, and placed it up on my lid, avoiding my eyebrow and avoiding my lashes, and then I put it below in like the hollow of my eye socket. I really liked this look. I think it ended up looking really cool. This is probably one of my favorite ones I've ever done. I creeped a lot of people out doing this, so I really hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in a minute. Alright, I did the thing. I am the other mother. Sydney, I did this for you. Alright, you guys, well, my eyes are closed because I can't entirely see. If I turn my head this way, I can see. I can see right here. So this look is definitely more fashion looking than it is functional, because I can't really see all that well. And honestly, the video I was watching to do this look, I don't know how she can see either, to be honest. But this look is really cool. I think it looks really neat. If you can get buttons that are bigger, that have like bigger holes in the middle, it might not be that bad. But I literally can't see a daggone thing right now. I'm just guessing that I'm looking. Yeah, I'm just guessing that I'm looking in the direction of the camera. So this is The Other Mother from Coraline. I've only just recently watched that movie, and it creeped me out. The first time I watched it, I was like, oh, is this like a kid's movie? No. Not in my mind, it's not. So yeah. I didn't do a whole chest area. This makeup was definitely a lot easier to use. My face is a lot tighter. I think it's just because I used so many layers. But I really like how this ended up looking, even though I can't see. I'm going based on what I'm assuming. But yeah. I really enjoyed to do this makeup look, and I really thank you guys for watching. This one's probably going to be really short because it was just two colors. It was just black and white. But there's a lot of shading involved, and I really thought that this ended up looking pretty cool. So that is it for this one. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!